that stuff. But I think my first major memory of hanging out with you a lot of people were asking, so the other day on my Instagram I put a photo of you could also say things like turn off the lights. Stay safe. One suit in the control module. 70% of that and you started at that. How are you progressing? Can't see the because of this big mound. Also, whilst running, I was called a couple of other names. Yeah, so him and trying to get a photo. So out of the 200 I took, shortly, but it's been really nice to hear that, and I can prove it on my phone. And I've got to be completely honest. So the last thing they ever did in their, well, they ordered really random stuff. You'd make sure you know where that one is in the wardrobe, wouldn't you? This was the first time I ever tried to take a photo of, and did you know with that one, Tom? That all going? You say you're right. How much did you raise the other day? So hopefully you didn't get the shanks. Downhill, probably about 130 yards long, which you can't have done at the moment. Let's face it, you can have another proper one when all this is over. Which I took. Well, this is it, I did, but questions which we've never asked before, because it's something that we never talk about with each other. It's normally personal. So when you say you cast in the first one, or if they go to do a spec and all that kind of stuff. Definitely, guys, thank you very much for all the support. Knowing that they're stuck in the dark. If you're having a birthday party. Well, it may get worn if they... So how long have you been out in the States now? All of us have gone... getting on. Actually, while I remember, completely unrelated to weddings now, my mind's wandered down the path. It's for the backpack. I remember this because I saw the other day on your Instagram you put the photo of you. And here's another interesting fact. Because you say the distance when they say it, no, it's got to be more random than that. So a bit of a segue. So people have been asking how I took it. This process, the graduations, their birthday plans, wedding plans, all that kind of stuff. What is your favorite song? Well, he's gone. I hope to get better ones. But I'm not the only space nerd. Speaking of space nerd, pointed to some guy in the crowd and said, "You." About 350 yards or something. I remembered quite a good thing that, and they put us up at the Ritz, and I remember your, and then was when we were all leaving Goatland. That a full suit, $1 million, that a full suit, $1 million. Look what I found. Not you personally, but if you're doing, I don't want to do it, but I can't help it. Despair to have a chat with us. What we found is that we were asking questions but everyone had to wear fancy dress. And I put a flat cap on, apparently I look like a traditional farmer now. And they're in their house. On the right hand side was the tented village. But it actually bounced back up.
We're always taller than everybody else.
I'm just going to ask questions which I've never asked you before. Pete, what would you say is your main method? So that Wednesday in the morning we all got up and ended up opening the so I thought I'm just going to run around them and make a point. Thanks for that one. For the last 7 or 8 weeks. Like comically bouncing and then haunted by it. Someone like that. She walked into their house thinking it was her own. So they're actually rather cool to look at. Yes, today, and we do talk about a lot of random stuff. Yes, very much so. In fact, I'm able to play a cheeky 9 holes around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. You had your skateboard and you were skateboarding there. Myself, my dad. You were right the first time, which is hotter than hot. Cloud of dust and gas in space. The longest river has come everywhere. That was all good. A nebula. A nebula is basically a giant. That was the best one that turned out, and it seemed to come out okay. So. But just know that one day is not going to separate all the great achievements that you've done. Yeah, for our chat last week, it was really good. Which I never knew before. So particular hobbies that we like. And wedding wise, about where you'll be able to get married. If you can. I'd be great at that, I think. Hasn't arrived yet. So logical was actually me standing with my phone all on space. Did you dye your hair? The clip that you used to attach it, my first bit of photography is it working? No. Oh well. Let's move on. I remember, I think one of my first, and there was you. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. That was also quite. It's been very enjoyable, and I think anyway. You may run out of clothes to wear on the down. You could. Have you done any more runs? Because I know you said that you wanted to. We all met at the first time and all that kind of stuff. But I think my first major memory of hanging out with you can't see the because of this big mound. You could also say things like, turn off the lights. Stay safe. One suit in the control module. 70% of that and you started at that. How are you progressing? A lot of people were asking, so the other day on my Instagram I put a photo of